The war in Vietnam had a secret front. Its target was the Ho Chi Minh Trail. This was a logistical superhighway carved through the jungles of Laos and Cambodia. It funneled men and material to the war in the south. To sever this artery, a new weapon was forged. It was not a bomb, it was a scalpel, an elite, deniable unit. They operated outside the conventional chain of command and reported directly to the highest levels of government. They were MACV-SOG, the Military Assistance Command, Vietnam Studies and Observations Group. Their existence was classified. Their missions were often suicidal. Their gear was a masterclass in lethality and survival. This is the loadout of a SOG Recon man. Item 1, the Tiger Stripe Camouflage. Standard uniforms were a liability. SOG operators adopted the unofficial Tiger Stripe pattern. Its disruptive design broke up the human silhouette, providing superior concealment in the dense jungle. Item 2, the Boonie Hat. The steel helmet was discarded. It was too heavy and too loud for covert reconnaissance. The Boonie Hat was the replacement. It provided shade, and its soft brim did not obstruct hearing, a critical sense for detecting enemy movement. Item 3, the jungle boots. The next problem was water and rot. Standard leather boots trapped water, leading to trench foot. The solution was the jungle boot. Its canvas sides and drainage eyelets did not keep water out. They let it escape, allowing the foot to dry and function. Item 4, the XM177 A2 Carbine. The primary weapon was a specialized tool, the XM177 a compact version of the M16. It was light and maneuverable. Its distinctive moderator reduced flash and sound, making the operator harder to locate. Item 5, the M79 grenade launcher. Problem: entrenched enemies and ambushes. Solution: the M79, nicknamed the Thumper. This single-shot 40mm grenade launcher was a SEAL favorite. It acted as a pocket-sized artillery piece capable of breaking an ambush with a single well-aimed shot. Item 6, the suppressed M3 grease gun. For silent operations, some teams used a World War II relic, the M3 grease gun. Fitted with a suppressor, it fired a heavy subsonic .45 caliber round, a brutally effective weapon for close-range encounters. Item 7, the personal sidearm. While some operators used specialized suppressed pistols, and many favored a privately purchased revolver. Models like the Smith & Wesson Model 10 were popular. They were chosen for one reason: absolute reliability. A revolver never jams. In a life or death situation, that guarantee was priceless. Item 8, the SOG-Style webbing. Ammunition was life. SOG operators created a unique load-bearing system. They used the standard M1956 webbing, but modified it by cutting out the internal felt lining. This simple modification allowed a single pouch to hold 7 magazines, creating a belt of fire with over 400 rounds. Item 9, the STABO harness. Extraction was a constant danger. The STABO harness was the solution, a modified extraction harness, worn integrated with the webbing. It allowed a helicopter to extract an entire team simultaneously. It was a lifeline. A lifeline. Item 10, the SOG Bowie knife. This was more than a knife, it was a symbol. The SOG Bowie, a 7-inch black-bladed knife designed by the Secretive Counterinsurgency Support Office, or CISO. The black-coated blade reduced reflection. The stacked leather handle provided a secure grip. Item 11, the M26 Fragmentation grenade. For close-quarters chaos, the M26 grenade was essential. Lighter than older models, Its time fuse was reliable in the jungle humidity, a tool for clearing rooms or suppressing an attack. Item 12, the M18 Claymore mine. Ambushes were a two-way street. This Claymore mine was the SOG team's defensive ace, a directional anti-personnel mine. It propelled 700 steel balls in a 60-degree arc, used to secure their perimeter or to initiate a truly devastating ambush. Item 13, the Lensatic compass. In the disorienting jungle, getting lost was a death sentence. The solution was simple and reliable: the Lensatic compass. This magnetic compass was a lifeline, the primary tool for navigating through miles of hostile territory. On Item 14, the PRC-25 radio. Communication was command. The PRC-25 radio was the team's link to the outside world. It was heavy and cumbersome, but it was their only way to call for air support or emergency extraction. Item 15, the wristwatch, privately purchased. Timing was critical. Operators abandoned standard issue watches. They privately purchased robust automatic watches from brands like Seiko, Glycine, and Rolex. The key feature was reliability, a watch that required no batteries and could survive the jungle. Item 16, the water canteen. Hydration was paramount. Operators carried multiple 1-quart plastic canteens, often in modified pouches all around their belt, a simple but essential piece of kit. Item 17, the water purification tablets. The jungle's water was poison. Halazone or iodine tablets were essential. A single tablet could make a canteen of water safe to drink, preventing the diseases that could cripple a team. The MACV-SOG Recon man was a ghost. His loadout was a stripped-down, lightweight, and lethal system. Every item was chosen for one purpose: to complete the mission deep behind enemy lines and survive. This was not a factory-issued kit. It was a philosophy of brutal pragmatism and battlefield adaptation, where every piece of gear was a direct answer to a deadly problem. The DNA of the modern Tier 1 operator was written here in the mud of the Mekong Delta. Subscribe to Historical Armory for more